So ahead of this announcement, D.C. leaders, including the mayor, Muriel Bowser, pushed back on the administration's claims that crime is out of control in our nation's capital. We just heard there from Tom, but violent crime is actually down sharply in the past 2 years after increasing during the pandemic. Just this past January, the Justice Department touted the fact that violent crime reached a 30-year low in 2024. So let's bring in NewsNation's Joe Khalil, who is live for us there on the streets of Washington, D.C. Joe, we have yet to hear from the mayor or from the D.C. Council about this takeover. But what are residents that you're speaking with? What are they telling you?
Well, we know that there is going to be some significant pushback to this idea in Washington, D.C. It is no secret. It's one of the more progressive cities, districts in the entire country. And just as President Trump was speaking at 10 a.m. Eastern time this morning, you had a gathering here of anywhere from 100 to 200 demonstrators, protesters that were really pushing back, saying that they don't want this. They don't think they need federal law enforcement to take over what is in D.C. right now. This is where the protest was. It sort of dissipated, only a handful of people left. And just to give you some perspective, we're just a couple of blocks away from the White House. This actually was Black Lives Matter Plaza, which was home to a lot of protests a couple years ago. The administration has since paved over that sign. But what we heard from people was sort of an echo of what Tom laid out in terms of the numbers there. There is a downward trend, which obviously is a good thing in terms of virtually every major crime statistic in Washington, D.C. Having said that, there are still obviously issues with the crime. We've seen anecdotally that there are business owners, that there are people who've experienced crime that feel that some areas of the city are simply not safe. But what we were hearing from the protesters here today was they're not sure that the solution to that problem is to have the administration federalize their local law enforcement. And the other element to this is the homelessness issue. We talked to a homeless advocate who said, look, there are a lot of people who, as cost of living has gone up, have fallen into homelessness. He says there's a level of dignity that he hopes the administration treats the homeless population in D.C. here with. And again, the same concern that they're wondering whether or not this is the real solution to the problem of homelessness here in D.C. Take a listen to just some of what we heard today.
People that are homeless have befallen certain circumstances. I put them in that position. It could just as be easily, many people are just 1 or 2 paychecks away from being maybe on the streets. Yeah. I would say we're called to be a just, merciful people. I see the people, I know the guys out there, I know the women out there. The more you get to know them, you realize that they are us. They are who we are. Don't be afraid of people who you are. Open up, be open to them. You'll be surprised at what you're going to find.
So a variety of different concerns there, Nichole. We're going to head over to a different area of the district where you do have some businesses that have experienced some crime, and we're going to hopefully hear from some of those folks and how they feel about this. But again, I think there is, just from the people who live here, there is going to be some significant pushback to that. We've been told by some protest leaders here this morning that this is certainly not going to be the last demonstration that they put forward here in response to what they've just seen come out of the White House today.
Yeah, certainly expecting some pushback. All right, Joe Khalil, live for us there in D.C. as well. Joe, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.